The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
I'm jumping the gun. Heidi, I just poured you a glass of eggnog. I thought we were going to like share it on the air as like a toast, and you just downed it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you hated it, you just said.
Hated it? Why did I pour myself a glass? I love it.
I thought that was for Darren.
Well, cheers anyway.
Oh my God, there's still some in there.
It coats it.
We're a couple days after Christmas, so we're finishing up the festive eggnog. You weren't super familiar with eggnog. What do you think?
It's delicious. I can see where like a little bit of like rum in there would be extra delicious.
Have you had it before, do you think?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Would you have it again?
Yes.
Want some right now?
No, I'm good.
Good, we can't get there anyway. So it's a couple days after Christmas, correct?
Uh-huh.
How was your time?
It was good. I worked Christmas Eve and then
I didn't know you were going to work Christmas Eve. Little callback to last week's episode where Heidi lost her shit a little bit.
One of the did you hear the text that one of them sent me, the awful one that said,
a lot of them.
I'm the epitome of unsympathetic.
Didn't hear that one.
Oh, it's a doozy. Do you want to hear it?
I don't think so.
No, yeah, it's awful.
No.
And then one of them says you can call a duck or something like that. It was awful. And then
you know that old saying, you can call a duck a duck. What does that mean?
What does that
Does
mean?
my hair look okay?
Yeah, actually, that's very good. Not actually, but yeah.
Surprisingly, your hair doesn't look stupid.
Crazily enough. And then one of them, the one that left me the awful text message.
Yeah.
She is an artist. So she works in a restaurant, but she's a really great artist. And I said, you really have to pursue that. It's really good. Like it's insane. And she goes, yeah, I don't have any paper. So I went and I took some of my late husband's. Is there any way you could turn me up a little bit?
Yes.
So I could hear myself
How's
complain. Let me see. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Water?
And he had a old sketchbook that he had never used, and I just
Your
had
husband.
it. And I had it like in a box, so I gave it to her, and I said, "This is my husband's. It means a lot to me. He never did anything in it, but and
It's a very kind gesture.
on Christmas Eve, I walked upstairs, and there it was on the counter with where all the servers do their stuff, and it said, "Return to Heidi." So I took it, I walked downstairs, and I dropped it into the garbage, to the recycling. Brand new. It was beautiful. It meant a lot to me, but I don't want her bad juju on it. I don't want the energy on it. I don't want it. And I put it in there, and one of the guys that works in back was like, can I have it? I'm like, go right ahead.
As much as I would love to make a joke, like a to you or whatever, that is so unbelievably shitty of her to do.
Yeah, it's hurtful.
Yeah,
like
very, very, very.
And that just shows the age that they're at. It just does.
Yeah.
They're just young.
What is she, 12?
10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Completely.
We have different labor laws in
What a prick.
Los Angeles.
I just think that there's a certain age where a lot of people are shouting and arguing and getting upset about ridiculous fucking things. Like they're like speaking up. I'm gonna speak up. I feel triggered, and this is that, and you're not. It's like
Pussies.
save it, save it. There's that thing that I put up on Instagram. Do you see about the don't mess with somebody 42 and over? You didn't see that? Oh my God, it's so good. Can I read it to you?
Yes. Once again,
like I'm having
another week. Yes, you can read it to
I
us.
think I'm having like a heart thing because it's okay. Fuck around with Gen X and find out. I don't mess around with anyone over 42. They built it different. It's clearly they're not like it's not proper grammar, but whatever. Their families had them formally trained in something by the time they were 2. They had keys to the house by age 5, could cook full meals at 7, and were pretty much self-sufficient at 9. They left their house at dawn every summer morning and didn't come back till nightfall and survived all day on water from garden hoses. They might get a sandwich off, and on the off chance somebody's parents had went shopping. They spent 3/4 of their lives by themselves, with a parent maybe checking on them twice a month. Most of them have evaded at least one kidnapping attempt, true story, and they know 15 different ways to remove bloodstains from clothing. They the real fuck around and find out, people.
Pretty good. That actually, I think the genius of those memes is that they're so relatable. Like, that's very, very relatable. And being as I was 43 or 42 just a few weeks ago, that all makes sense except for the up at dawn. I was never up at dawn.
Yeah, it was.
But I was out until,
yeah,
very, very late.
We were always out until the street lights came on, and that was late. That was like 8 o'clock, and then it was like, oh, we gotta get inside.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Yeah, we didn't have street lights in my neighborhood, but like sunset or dinner
You
time.
mean your early life neighborhood or when we met?
My under 12. Well,
yours
either.
too. Yeah.
Either. I was like.
Our towns were very dark at night.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't fuck around with me. Now it's done. Like, it's done. I will never speak. It's unfortunate because I'm a good person and I'm funny. I will never speak to them. I will never look at them. If I'm at work and I have to speak to them, sure, of course, like, behind you, careful, this knife in my hand, stuff like that. Just kidding.
Or dessert fork in your hand.
Careful, dessert
Mini
fork.
dessert fork.
But like, I'm a Leo. That really, like, you hurt me. That hurt my feelings, and I didn't do a fucking thing.
Not to contradict, but I'm a Sagittarius, and I would have been hurt too. So I don't know what the fuck that has to do with it.
I guess it's just being human.
Or is the thing about Leos?
It's loyal.
Is there a thing about Leos where you don't like being treated like shit? Is that a part of being a Leo?
Well, it's also loyalty.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very much about. I don't know if that doesn't make sense. But yeah,
Keep going with that. I wonder where that was going.
I don't know. You fuck with me. Like, I think she got pissed because I sent it to the bosses. I don't fucking care. You threatened me. You should see this text.
She threatened you?
Oh, yeah. She
physically threatened you?
No, she verbally said, I can't wait to confront you at work.
How old is she really?
25.
Don't say her name, by the way. But
25. 25. Moving to New York, thank God. At the end of
when
this
do you
month.
see her next? Because I might want to come by the restaurant.
I don't think I will. I think she's moving to New York and she's going away for a month to go see her family. And I was like, oh, are you excited?
She actually has a pretty good attitude for New York. She'll do well there.
I like New Yorkers.
No, you don't.
Part.
They don't like you. They don't like anybody.
But I said, oh, are you so excited? She's going back home. She's from far away, and it's an island, and she's going back home for a month. And I'm like, oh, how exciting! And she's like, nah. I'm like, what? And your grandma, like 95? She's like, yeah, I guess I'm just not a family person. I was like, oh, you fucking
also
monster.
In your 20s. I know you're going to say that you weren't the case, but in my 20s, I didn't give a fuck about my grandparents at all either.
Really?
Not even a little bit. No.
I did because I lost everything as a Jehovah's Witness.
Right, sure.
Like, I had that taken away, so I longed for. Oh no, I was just different. I was close to them. I guess
kid. When I saw them, it was fine, but I wasn't like, can't wait to see Grandma and Grandpa. That was never.
Really?
No.
Wow.
I just wanted to be with my friends. And I was living here.
Yeah.
And I would go home and see them for holidays and stuff, but I was never like, I don't think I ever once called any of my grandparents just to say hello.
What?
Ever. We'd talk on holidays or they'd call me on my birthday, but I would never pick up the phone just to call my grandparents.
Wow. Yeah, well then I'm lucky that I had that relationship.
Or maybe I'm just a horrible piece of shit because I never thought about that.
No,
I don't know, maybe.
Not.
I love them, but I would never I would love to talk to Grandpa right now.
Huh. Did you ever see Peggy Sue got married with Kathleen Turner and Nick Cage?
A very long time ago, but I don't remember it at all.
There's a scene in there where, she comes back. She has a heart attack.
Okay.
And she comes back and she's the age she is now, but she's in high school. And so it's like she comes back and her sister is young, and she runs up the stairs and she's like, do you want to play a game like checkers or anything? And her sister's like, what's wrong with you? And what? And her sister's like, okay. And that made me start to cry because my little sister is younger, and I was always like, oh, I don't want to play with you. But she's going back because she's like, oh. And then the phone rings.
Some cats in the cradle shit right there.
Yeah, and the phone rings, and her face, like, she starts to cry, and she's like, Grandma? And because her grandparents were both gone, and she was like, oh my God, I'm going to come see. And oh my God, it was such a good movie. Like that scene where you're going back to appreciate the people that, you know.
I usually, for the most part, don't appreciate people until they're gone, unfortunately.
Sweet.
Really, like, I always wish I had more time with them, and I'm like, oh, I should have done that differently.
Yeah.
So if you're listening and you have grandparents, give them a call, because I wouldn't.
Unless they're older, and so they want, I don't know. I have a soft place in my heart for old people, kids, and animals. Like, just
we know
nobody else.
We know what your dad is like, so I assume that your grandparents were also fuck machines. So I wouldn't have called. I wouldn't want to interrupt the action.
That's horrible.
You know, and that's
my grandpa.
Yeah.
Well, they're not alive anymore.
No. When they were alive, I wouldn't have called because Grandpa would have had to put the phone like on your grandma's back.
Oh my God! Stop.
Get up.
Speaking of
digging her
heart
out.
attacks, my friend was in Ojai.
Are we speaking of heart attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are now.
Did Grandpa the fuck machine have one? Give it to the old bag.
My friend Kurt. It's disgusting. Actually.
It sure is.
Yeah.
It sure is.
My friend Kurt had a heart attack in Ojai.
Rest in peace, Kurt.
Last week, 2
Rest
weeks
in
ago.
Peace.
And he was out for 40 minutes.
He's alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
He's out, but he's in the hospital, in the special part of the hospital where you have it's called something amnesia. No, it's not amnesia, because they were making fun of me, because every show back in the 70s and 80s, do you remember, like, everybody had amnesia?
Yeah. Of course, there was a
like
big
Gilligan's
thing.
Island,
It was
Brady
trendy.
Bunch, right? Wasn't it like
Trendy.
Yeah. Amnesia was cool.
And they always wore like bandages around their head.
Yeah.
like it was
Amnesia
like,
bandages.
Did you hear? Oh my God. Jennifer Coolidge's story about when she waited tables, and she waited tables at a
But
restaurant.
she is fucking awesome.
in Pasadena
With Kirstie
Sandra.
Alley?
With
Sandra
Bullock. Oh no, this was in New York. And she said that.
Wait, they worked together at a restaurant?
Yes, and
Oh
that
my God.
Sandra was the hostess, and she's like, she had her like shit together. She goes, and I was the server. She's like, I'd been there for a really long time, and she's like, but I partied a lot. And she said that you had to wear like a white coat there. And she's like, I got into trouble all the time because it was always stained. And she's like, so before I went to work, I'd always go out and buy a white coat, just at some store. She goes, I had thousands of white jackets in my house. And I was like, does anybody want these white coats? Like, who the fuck's going to wear a white coat? So anyhow, she said that on July 4th, one time, she wanted off on July 4th.
Okay.
And she said her boss was like, no, I'm sorry. Like, you can't have it off, which was, it's ironic because I heard myself in this. And she said she went and found an EMT guy who would bandage up her head. So she had an eye patch and a bandage, like one of the, like a huge, like from like, you know, like Brady Bunch.
Sorry.
And she called in and said, oh, I'm so sorry. I was out last night and somebody put a cigarette out in my fucking eye. And her boss was like, what? She goes, yeah, it's crazy. I'm at the hospital now, but they put it out in my eye. And he goes, well, I'm still going to have you come in. So she said she had to go in,
get another bandage. Someone else put a fucking cigarette out of my other eye
and work a freaking shift with a pretend bandage on her head, wrapped around her head, and she had to go with it and work the shift.
That would happen to you.
And but then she had to keep it on for a while because that's something that just doesn't heal right away.
Oh,
so she had to keep this bandage and an eye patch on for a while.
That's really funny.
She's hilarious.
She's wonderful.
So
We just finished up season 2 of White Lotus.
It's good.
Yeah.
She's so fucking great.
So the guy I'll name drop, John, who plays her husband.
Yeah. Wolfman from Monster Squad. Uncle Rico from Napoleon
Rico,
Dynamite?
Yeah.
Heidi.
Oh my
Oh, you haven't dropped it yet. What's up?
John.
You know him?
Very, very well, actually.
Will he come on?
Wait, that was Uncle
Maybe,
Rico?
yeah, I think he would.
Uncle Rico, dude.
That was Uncle Rico.
You can throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
In White Lotus?
I'm just going to beg and throw a football over those mountains over there.
Let me ask him. I'm sure that he would.
Putting
I'm
it
sure
all
that he
together.
would.
Let's play it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to play it.
Nah.
Let's not do it.
He's fucking awesome. And I told him too, I was like, how great. I don't want to spoil the show for anybody. But how great would it be if.
Careful.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. But anyhow.
I agree.
Mike White's a genius.
Is he the writer, director, creator, or whatever? Yeah.
He wrote the first season in 3 weeks, he told me. I was like, what? He's like, yeah.
It's the way they interweave the stories and have everything connect is
It's
it
so
is for the
great.
genius. And season 2, I think does even a better job of connecting things in a wild way. Very,
He's
very
great
good.
in that too. I love the scene where
Who?
John.
Oh, yeah.
I love the scene where he's got his paper, he's got the he's looking at like the book and he goes and he sees her coming and he just goes like this, like, oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Very husbandy. We've all been there.
Cliche.
No,
He's
I
so
love
good
seeing
in
it.
it. He's a great actor. Yeah, I'll
No, he's
ask him
great.
to come to.
Did you ever
come
saw
on.
Monster Squad? He plays the Wolfman, and it's a very good performance. And the most famous line from the movie is when there's a kid in it who kicks Wolfman in the nuts, and he goes "Oh!" as a wolf, and the line is "Wolfman's got nards." Yeah,
That's
so-
his line?
No, he doesn't say it. The kid says it when he kicks.
Is it a
my
kid
God.
show? Like it's like a.
No, it's like no, it's kind of scary, but
Oh.
it's like it's kids who are trying to they find an amulet, and so Dracula comes back to life to get this amulet. So it's Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy, the creature from the Black Lagoon. They're all in the movie, and they're all trying to kill these like neighborhood kids. It's
to watch
funny.
it.
It's like Goonies, E.T. sort of
Oh.
thing, but I loved it.
I'll watch. I'll
loved
I'll
it.
watch it. Yeah, he's freaking he's amazing. He's awesome.
How do you know him?
How do I know him? I met him a while ago. And then he came into the place I work at, and we I was like, oh my god,
Reconnected.
yeah, reconnected.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something that I almost did that was very embarrassing yesterday?
Yes.
I went to Whole Foods.
That's so embarrassing. Oh my god.
I walked past a man who was a black dude with blonde dreadlocks and these like light gray eyes or light blue eyes.
Ooh.
And I stopped in my tracks, and the words were coming to my lips. I almost said, "Oh my God, you are so good looking," to another man. And I didn't. But
Socially acceptable.
Yeah, that's
I
okay.
understand that. But well, you can't do it to a woman, so why can I do it to a guy?
That's kind of true now, yeah.
That's true.
Let's be real. But I had to stop myself because I've never given public compliments to anyone on their looks. Never mind a dude. This was like the most breathtaking man I've ever seen, and I wanted him sexually so bad. I was like, I stopped walking. I was like, like, brow, and there'd be a sound effect. I've never seen like it. He like transported me to this like mystical fantasy land. He was like, he could have been on the cover of those romance books.
Oh my god.
You know the picture of the hot criminal?
What?
Like the famous picture of the hot.
Yes, gorgeous.
the gorgeous
that
criminal?
guy was freaking.
That's
oh.
what this guy looked just like, actually. Hot criminal?
Smooth criminal.
That's all I'm singing in my head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this fucking guy.
I think he got
Oh
into
my-
trouble again. Oh, he
This was the guy's eyes.
Let me see
so
this dude.
beautiful. What happened to him?
That guy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
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 So that guy was he a did he assault somebody? What was his
Something
case?
I don't know what it was.
Jeremy Meeks.
But look at him. I mean, that's one of the best
I
looking
mean, for fuck's sake.
prisoners ever.
You know, he kind of reminds me. Did you see Prison Break?
Yeah. Yeah, my boyfriend was on it.
The main guy.
Yeah, yeah. So was my friend. So wait.
We're listening to music.
Speaking speaking of, this goes back to my friend. So my friend Kurt is in the hospital.
You know, we're not done talking about this guy, right?
Yeah, but
Okay,
I'm talking
cool.
about the prison break.
All right.
So that's who he reminds me of, the main guy.
Not Dominic, but that.
This story's fucking boring. What is it? Come on.
So we go up to see him on Christmas, and he's in a place where, I mean, it's the hospital, but you go in a separate door and it's all locked because he can't be on his own right now, even though he's like, I'm fine.
Because
like,
of the amnesia, he forgot how to act
civil. You want to like bring him out because you're like, you want to just like take him home with you. But the doctor explained it. He's like, he could be in his house, turn on the gas, walk away and not remember what he's doing. His short term is really bad. Mm-hmm. But when he first came out of his whole thing, he had the hard thing. They had to like put a defibrillator. Boy, that's a word. Is that what I'm saying? Am I saying it right?
You know, a defibrillator is when you shock someone back to life.
They put
a pacemaker?
Nope. It's a defibrillator on your heart.
What's the word?
I can't say anymore.
It's a tough one, actually.
It's really
now you have me not knowing.
Defibrillator. Defibrillator. Fucking A.
DeLorean?
People are listening to this going, they turned it off.
No, they don't know either. If any of you think you know how to say it, you're fucking wrong. There's no chance.
Say it out loud now.
Defibrillator. I got something for you to say too, but go ahead.
So,
tie it in.
So fun.
I had a friend who had it, and she had it on her heart. And when your heart starts to give out, there's a beep, and then it shocks you. She got thrown. She was waiting. Tables got thrown across the room because it like actually like it saves your life, but it's insane.
That's insane.
So the doctors are like, you know, he without oxygen to his brain for 40 minutes, like no oxygen at all to his brain. And that's insane. I mean, he was still had a heartbeat barely and no oxygen to his brain. Jesus. But so I was like, hey, do you remember my name? He's like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, well, what is it? He's like, Heidi. But it took him a while. And then I go, oh, I'm like, did you, your girlfriend, so-and-so. And he was like, how do you know her? And we've all been out a lot together. And I was like, come on, I know her. He was like, how did you, you know her? And that sort of stuff. And then, but when he first got out of the thing, he said, he goes, wow. He's like, I've been in prison all this time. And we were like, what? He goes, yeah, I was in prison. Well, he was on prison break for 3 seasons.
Oh, that's funny.
So we think he's thinking back. Then he said to his daughter, who's 12, who's amazing. He said to his daughter, yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been around. I've been playing baseball in North Carolina. And she was like, what?
He's bound and down?
But he was on a show. I forget where. Maybe he was he's bound down for a little. But he was on a show where he played a baseball player. So he's going back to his characters.
Thank God he's not a porn star.
Oh my God.
Oh, I've been fucking so many chicks the last... Man.
Sorry.
Isn't that weird? It's weird how the brain, and now he's getting better, but they just so he's gonna have to have care, 24-hour care for, they don't know for how long, 24 hours.
So how does that tie into my funny story I was going to tell about the handsome guy?
Prison break. I was just saying that he was in prison. Fine. What was he in jail for?
That's what I'm getting to.
Being
smoking hot.
Jeremy Meeks is an American fashion model, a former member of the Crips street gang. Dude, he must
love this guy.
The bitches he must have got in the gang. Was arrested in 2014 during a gang sweep called Operation Ceasefire in Stockton, California. After which police posted his mugshot on Facebook, which went viral due to his appearance. Yeah.
Due to his appearance.
He was convicted on federal charges of being a felon in possession of a firearm and grand theft, stealing the hearts of all the ladies.
Right.
Meeks' mugshot was noticed by modeling agencies, and upon his release from Mendota Federal Corrections Institution in March 2016, he began a modeling career.
Mendota.
Jim Jordan, White Cross Management, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so he's been in a bunch of, he's gone to Fashion Week.
What is he doing now?
He's gone to the Cannes Film Festival. He's been to Milan Fashion Week.
Oh my God.
He was a Tommy Hilfiger model, which makes a lot of sense. That's pretty great.
In my bedroom.
With
He's
Gigi
been in my
Hadid.
dreams.
I would love to go down on these guys at the same time. The Whole Foods guy and Mr. Meeks. I would like to be Mr. Daniel Meeks someday. Oh, he has a child with Melissa Meeks. I'd be happy to raise the kid if it means I get a piece of that ass.
You would take his last name, but you wouldn't take mine.
Yeah. Have you seen his face?
Yeah.
You're not as good looking as he is.
Wait,
true.
Wait, can I see him again?
Yeah, of course.
Over and over.
I mean-
Can
Let
you
me
just
see.
leave it
Yes.
up?
But
Thanks.
I thought he
Jesus.
got in trouble again. Remember? Like
I
he
bet
got
his
in
cum
trouble.
tastes like frosting on a cake. Just sweet and thick and sugary.
Yeah, he's got that facial structure.
He's beautiful.
What does he look like now? I wonder though. This was
That
when-
still.
I bet he
Let's
looks
see.
younger somehow.
But didn't something happen?
I mean, this
to
is only
him?
8 years
Like-
ago. He probably doesn't look too much. Is he black or Latino?
He might be.
Because black don't crack. Black don't crack.
God.
That's a saying. It's a
Yeah,
a
there's
positive
a
thing.
lot of things that are
It's
the same.
positive. Jeremy Meeks now.
See.
I mean, oh, okay. A little update. A little bit more gaunt.
Ew.
Maybe not as good looking.
Oh, did the runway model shit kill him?
A little.
Let's see. Show it to the people.
I mean, I kind of
Nope.
like him when he's.
Nope, what?
Let me see. Can I see that one?
Yeah.
They've crafted him.
Yeah. No. I like him when he's
Street.
Street.
Just a normal
Like
person.
a Crips. Wait, what's that?
Oh, that was that like throat bubble guy. Sorry.
No, what's that picture of? Oh wait, what's that?
That's his body.
Let's see that.
His body. I'm sure that's still banging though. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
No, you can't see it.
Turn around.
Wow. Okay.
Wait.
Well,
Lordy.
man.
Man.
No wonder people tell me him and I look so much alike. You know what hurts most? I thought Heidi would get a chuckle, but when your wife like has a guttural, that's pretty great.
Oh my God.
Still going.
I mean, you ain't no crep, buddy. You ain't no crep.
What's
Thanks.
that first picture of
This
him?
one?
What is he? Yeah, what's he doing there?
You can't look. Just saluting.
Hi, precious.
He's got a teardrop in his eye, so that means he killed someone.
Sure does.
Or he like robbed some stuff and then.
Probably murdering pussy all the time, you know?
Oh, sweetheart.
Jeez.
Murdering that puss.
Who's that girl he's with? Who's
I
that
don't know. Who
bitch
cares?
he's with?
You got enough of him. You guys are. It's getting too moist in here.
We're really
You
curious.
know, not to name drop again, but my friend Travis was
Barker?
the Calvin Klein model. Well, now and now he's in films. But if we look up Travis
Listen.
Fimmel
why are we
Calvin
looking up so many
Klein,
hot
he
dudes?
hates looking. He hates it so much. He hates talking.
I'm sure he hated
about
those
it.
paychecks. Travis, what?
Fimmel, Fimmel. If you do Calvin Klein,
Oh, he's a good looking guy too. Oh, the missus would fucking love this
yeah.
guy.
Look, I bet she knows who he is. He was in Vikings.
Oh.
But he reminds me kind of like those gray,
I've seen
gray
him. I've
eyes,
seen his photo,
like
yeah.
those. Yeah.
Anyway, let's wrap the show up. I'm
Who's my ultimate favorite?
I'm starting to feel a little insecure. No, I'm not. I can fuck anyone I want,
No.
anytime I want. Okay?
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of hotties, look at this
Heidi,
chick.
I want you to read something, okay? Mm-hmm. And don't go slow. Try to read it at a normal pace.
Okay.
And we're not going to continue the show until you get it out of your mouth once.
Okay.
Okay.
And just know you're not alone.
Yep, go.
A box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer.
All right, here we go.
Hey!
That's supposed to be so hard to do.
Really?
Do it again.
A box of mixed No.
Okay, keep going, keep going.
That was brilliant.
A box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer.
Oh,
A
that was
box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer.
box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit.
A box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer.
All right, Darren,
Fucking A.
Try it again.
Good job.
go again.
A box of mixed
Faster.
A box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer.
That's awesome.
We struggled so hard the
so
other night.
hard.
Really?
A box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer. Okay, I guess it's easy.
Shit.
A box of mixed
You guys at
biscuits and a
home,
biscuit mixer.
pause the video, pause the podcast right now, and you try to say a box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. Okay, great.
It was a struggle the other day.
We were in hysterics laughing about it.
Sweetheart.
Oh yeah, if you guys are watching the video, we are currently we're dog sitting for a puppy.
He's really nice.
If he jumps down, it's going to tear your headphones off.
I know.
We're not fostering. We're puppy sitting for a week for a 6-month-old. He's a half Chihuahua, half Dachshund, and his name is Freddy Mercury.
Oh no!
And he is sweet.
Freddy.
Hi,
Freddy
buddy.
Mercury.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, Bubba.
Hi, Bubba.
He's like,
He's so tough. He's so tough.
He wants to play now.
really cute.
He really didn't care for me for the first bunch of hours. Now we're pretty close. I have a rule, or had a rule of like no dogs, no pets sleep in bed. And I've always been very strong on that. The first night here, I came to bed and I was out like a light. I was sleeping so soundly, hard. And Darren wakes me up. She goes, "When did you put him to bed?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm sleeping." And I figured out he's been in there 15 minutes and he was like whimpering.
Oh no.
And she has so much like guilt and she feels so deeply for animals.
Yeah.
It was kind of annoying, but also sweet, but more annoying because I just wanted to sleep. And she's like, "What do we do?" I'm like, we just let him whimper, let him cry. He'll be fine. And I try to go back to sleep and I do one eye open and I see her like with her hands on her head, like in crisis, in full crisis of like in her mind, she's like, we are destroying this dog's soul by letting him stay in his crate. By the way, his owners said like he loves his crate, but I guess they let him sleep in the bed too. So I caved on the first night and now he sleeps in our bed. Oh, Heidi, let me show you this picture. I took this last night.
Really cute.
I
love animals.
My heart really was tearing.
This is him between both of our pillows. Right?
I can't deal with that.
Isn't that something?
That's really cute.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's really stupid.
And no, we're not getting a dog.
No,
There's no
hell
fucking
no.
chance we're getting a dog.
I fucking abhor responsibility. Abhor it.
It's really cute.
Oh, I gotta play the video for you. Hey, what else is on your mind, Heidi?
I watched a couple documentaries.
Anything actually good?
Yeah,
that
the
are funny?
volcano one.
Oh, is that funny?
Is it funny?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Because these people went on an excursion to the great. It's called the Great White or the something white in New Zealand. It's an island that's a active volcano.
The Great White Privilege? Oh, something else. Okay. The Great White Power?
No.
Okay.
Land O'Lakes. I don't know what it's called. Anyhow,
The butter? Land O'Lakes.
And this couple, like this, there was a bunch of people on there, like 100, and it exploded or whatever. It erupted.
Well, it kind of does explode.
Yeah, it's. Oh boy, it's a good one though. And then there was one I watched last night about the aftershock about the Nepal earthquake. I forgot all about that. That was in 2015. Wow. I don't know.
That's when the Earth kind of exploded, and they nicknamed it Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh my god. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going.
Please do.
I don't know what the fascination with climbing mountains is. Like the people
It's
that
man
they
versus
show.
himself. The whole thing is man versus himself.
I mean, this is fucking. You know how many people die fucking a year trying to climb up there? Like
Just one.
300 and like it's out of this like. So your percentage of dying is, and then it's expensive. Even this guy on the show was like, it cost me $40,000. So a lot of people are sponsored. Like there was a girl from CLA. She was a Persian girl. I forgot you had a dog in your lap for a minute, and I was like, "Oh my god,
My volcano's erupting."
and just the It's just crazy. But a bunch of them who were there when this earthquake happened, you have to watch it because you'll see a bunch of them will never return up there. Like they're like, nope, I'm done. And they went to everywhere else, but they'll never go back to Mount Everest.
Have you ever done something just to challenge yourself as far as like a physical feat? I mean, that's all that stuff is. It's like it's to accomplish something that most people can't do.
Right,
and
so fucking cold.
Oh, I would never do it.
Oh my God. And just the way that
dude, if I have to go up a steep driveway, I'm bummed out.
Right.
Remember when we did the podcast at the other house?
Yeah.
That driveway? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we should do a show today.
Did you see the people in Seattle with the ice? Have you seen the montage of people? Holy shit, we need to watch it. It's hilarious. People are like sliding down on their butts down the sidewalk because they can't like.
Oh fuck.
Because I guess there's not a lot of ice there. So.
Oh my God. You just reminded me when I was a kid, my neighbors, they had a somewhat steep driveway, and I grew up on Main Street. So like there's a lot of traffic on Main Street. And after an ice storm, I was trying to go to their house to like visit the boys next door. They were friends of mine. And I slipped on the ice on the driveway, and I was sliding down the driveway on ice into this, like I saw the street coming, and I'm just like trying to swim like up the driveway and catch myself. And I stopped right before the street. But as I kept trying to get up and go back up the driveway, I'm yelling for help. No one's coming. And I keep slipping back down and almost going in the street. I never thought to just like walk back home on the flat part of the ground next door. But
there was
I just tried like 3 or 4 times. It was so scary. But I can't imagine how.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's
but
pretty
there's
funny.
a whole, before you get like, you're at base camp. And to get so you're base camp, and there's camp 1. There's camp 1, camp 2, camp 3. To get to camp 1, you have to go through these ice crevices, they called them. And so it's like the guy said too, he's like, if the sun is out, sometimes it melts, and there are these humongous chunks of ice that you're just hoping they don't crash on you and fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
What documentary is this?
It's called Aftershock. It's brand new. You have to see it.
Okay.
There's
I've seen
only
it.
three episodes.
You've passed the thumbnail for it.
Okay,
20
I've watched
times.
a lot of docs on climbing, and
It's really great, but it's all about it's that, and then there's Kathmandu. It shows like the actual like center of the, and then there's it's called like Langhole Valley, and these Israeli kids had just gotten out of like their training. Like after high school, I think you have to go for 5 years into the army. Which I was saying, I think every kid in the United States should have to go for at least a year. Nothing more, because they'll start to complain. But a year of some sort of army training.
Fuck that.
Just to sort of like, I think the world would be a lot better fucking place. These kids are so lazy in video games and TikTok, and go not to kill people.
Says
but
someone who
just
plays video
training.
games and is on TikTok.
Exactly. But I'm also older, and I didn't have that when I was younger.
I feel like when you're forced to be in the services, I feel like you might care less about your country, because it's like being told to defend it. People shouldn't be told to defend their country. It should be something that you want to do. I wish more people wanted to do it, but it should be something that you choose to do.
No,
choose to do.
Nobody wants to do more, because look at what's.
Well, no, still, I mean,
sucks.
hundreds of thousands of people do want to do it. You know,
It's gone down.
yes, but there's still we still have the biggest military in the entire world with the biggest budget.
China does, but ours is
A bigger
second.
military than us?
Yes, they do.
I'm not scared of China one bit, though. I mean, they can't even see.
So horrible. I'm not even gonna laugh.
But you already are laughing. You fucker, you are laughing.
at your wife because I'm looking at her.
No,
like,
no, no. You're laughing at the joke because you know it's funny. They'd be
not.
firing missiles up in the sky and hitting trees. They have no idea what's going on.
Speaking of, did you happen to see in Torrance the smash and grab people who I fucking hate because you can't do anything about it, but they smash and grabbed a jewelry store at the mall in Torrance out here. And right next door was a recruitment center
Awesome.
for
I
the
love where this is
Marines.
going.
For the Marines.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you see there's a guy that's
I
videotaping.
forgot the malls have those. Yeah.
There's a guy that's videotaping the thing. And then all of a sudden there's two or three, they're Marines. They're really young, but they're in those outfits, the brown and then
Of
the
course.
blue with
Yep.
the stripe on the side. And they come around
Hey,
the
son,
corner.
you got 5 minutes to talk to us for something?
Yep, and they're standing there and they tackle these guys and they get him. And the guy that's videotaping him is like, Semper Fi, Semper Fi, yeah,
You dork,
motherfucker,
but that's
Semper Fi.
I love it. That is that's karma right there.
And then the people got
really
their
funny.
stuff back.
I love
I
that.
mean, really bad chest pains.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like this.
You all right?
Yeah, but I think it's my muscle.
Okay.
Famous last words.
I think I like tore something.
If you're gonna lose consciousness, shout out the Patreon real quick.
Oh.
I think it's muscle.
Okay.
Let's hope.
I'm watching you. If you do lose consciousness, we have to do another 20 minutes. Can we call the ambulance after the 20
Totally,
minutes?
yeah.
Is that fine?
It's North Hollywood. It'll take them
Oh, we'll
20
call.
minutes.
We should call now just in case
Do
because it's
whatever
gonna take
you
a
It'll
while.
take them a while to get here.
We hung out with some friends last week who live in the northern part of Washington State. You all right?
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I'm
okay,
just
okay.
pressing it 'cause it hurts.
And they were supposed to fly home for Christmas, and they had a 3-day delay. They didn't say like, "Hey, your flight's delayed till tonight or tomorrow." They said you can fly in 3 days, so they missed Christmas.
Oh my god!
And then all we're hearing about is like delayed
Where were
flights.
they coming here?
Yeah, they were by the beach down here,
Fuck.
and they had to fly back home. So they do Christmas in some other place.
2 kids under 10.
Two kids, all the presents are back home and everything. So they made the most of it. But, the flights across the country are just getting delayed for days
And Southwest just canceled all of their flights
because of the storms and
till
stuff.
December 31st.
Wait, what?
Look it up.
So from
every one
Burbank
of
to
their,
Vegas?
every one of their fucking flights canceled.
What?
With any
People
explanation?
are fucking so mad.
Any
Yeah.
explanation?
It's no. Look it up once. It's.
I don't want to right now, but I will after I show you this
crazy.
video.
It's crazy.
We have a friend of ours, Brad, who's a really funny comedian. He's a writer. I mean, he's you're closer to him. He's a writer, comedian,
Writer, comedian. I don't know how
Actor.
much I can say. Yeah.
but he puts out these really funny videos on Instagram. Is he
What's
a
his last name?
TikToker as well?
Yeah, he is. I don't
you know
I
his-
don't follow TikTok though.
Do you know his Instagram handle? Can we
No,
give it
I
out
can
or
find
no?
it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Get that pulled up. So he made this video that really captures what's going on with flights and everything right now. So I want to play you this video, Heidi. You ready? Mm-hmm. Cool.
With holiday travel here, I suggest getting to the airport early, like I do. Here's a list of things you can do to stay busy until your flight. Have a drink. Read a book. Play video games. Watch a season of your favorite sitcom. Have lunch. People watch. Take a nap. Read another book. Work an 8-hour shift at Hudson News. Relax, obviously. Learn a new language.
Me encanta volar.
Have dinner. Write your own book. Check the status of your flight. And then get a good night rest so you're all ready in the morning. If you found this routine helpful, like and share. And happy holidays.
I thought that was so fucking good.
Oh my god!
It's really brilliant, right?
That's really good.
Yeah, really, really good.
I
What-
love
what's his
him so
name?
much.
His name is Brad Millison, and you can follow him on Instagram. It's at Brad Millison, Millison. Really, really,
Wow,
really great
that's
dude
really smart.
and a
He's
talented
really
guy.
funny, and he did do that on his way home, back home.
Write your own book
He filmed it all. Yeah, working 8-hour shift.
at Hudson News. Brilliant. I loved it. Brad Millison.
He's a brilliant guy in the LA area, but
Let me see. Yep.
luckily
God, that's
Instagram
funny.
is everything.
So go to his page,
amazing.
find that video, like it, and tell him that we sent you.
Yep, and follow him on TikTok, which I don't know what it is, but
Probably the same shit.
yeah, same shit.
And you're getting ready to go home for a bit, right?
Yes.
The very night.
like right now. I'm like, okay, bye.
Heidi's time is winding down here. Do you think what's the over under on your flight being delayed? By the way, when people say what's the over-under, I don't even know what that means, but I say it all the time. I don't know what it means.
Oh my God. Wait, the headlines on CNN. Why Southwest is melting down.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Find out what's up.
Southwest cancels 5,400 flights in less than 48 hours in a, what does it say? In a full-blown meltdown.
Wow.
What's going on?
It says historic winter storm, dangerous
Where?
conditions. Southwest.
I mean, there's crazy storms all over the country right now,
Right,
but
but 5,400.
not in the
crazy.
Southwest. Like, we should be able to fly.
The disruptions add to chaos that has left people stranded at airports across the country. The number of canceled flights for Southwest Monday was more than 10 times higher than for Delta, which had the second most cancellations by U.S. airline.
That's what I don't understand. Like, why one airline?
Yeah.
Southwest says its crew scheduling process is partly to blame. Oh, so now it's not even that. Look at this luggage piled up in the Southwest Air baggage claim. Just can you fucking imagine in Denver?
I'd kill myself.
Can you fucking... I would have 1,000 panic attacks.
Mine's the black one.
with the wheels and the handle.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh my God. And then it says, Southwest spokesperson said, winter storms lingering effects, adding that it hopes to stabilize and improve its operation. Other issues are connecting flight crews to their schedules. So yeah, it's like it's scheduling the pilots, oh my God. But the U.S. Department of Transportation, which is Pete Buttigieg, I think, is that his name?
I love Pete.
He said he called them. He said it's unacceptable. He said the department will examine whether cancellations were controllable and if Southwest is complying with its customer service plan.
I hope there's some accountability. There really has to be an explanation to your customers.
Yeah. This woman said it started unraveling before the Christmas weekend, so before all the big storms. She said it is clear signs something has gone horribly wrong.
How mysterious.
At Southwest, the customer service phone lines hold times averaged more than two hours. But that's normal. I called United once and waited for 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours.
Was it during a crisis? Like, was it or were you trying to like book a flight, or
No, it was there was
a problem.
No, it was I had to like book for my friend and kids and a dog and like. But I tweeted, and if you tweet at
they get to
United,
you. They get to you quick
instantly.
But
it's weird.
They say send us a DM or we DM'd you, but they still don't help. I think.
Well,
or did they help
helped
you?
me.
Oh, they did. Okay,
Yep.
I've gotten that a few times and I haven't really gotten a whole lot of help.
Because I just needed to know about. I needed to put a because when you're traveling with a dog, there can only be like 2 in first class and 4 in coach or whatever. So you have to sign up right away.
Oh, you can't
'Cause
just
if you
roll
get-
in day of with the
No,
dog.
if you get there and there's already 4 or 5
You have to
dogs
mail
in
it.
coach.
You have to mail your dog.
Totally.
That's
Yeah.
so interesting.
Which have you done before?
Mailed a dog?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I've done it 3 times and the dog has made it 0 times.
yeah, it's just not.
They always die. It's weird.
Oh no,
It's just-
Freddy.
Yeah.
This fucker.
Oh, his eyes opened.
Yeah.
What he's
He's
doing.
a little baby.
It's
really cute. But
so
yeah, I hope it's not canceled.
Do you
Are you flying Southwest?
No,
Okay.
I'm flying United.
when a dog ferociously tries to hump you, do you take it as a compliment or does it gross you out? Like, do you let him finish? Where are you at with the
Absolutely not. It weirds me out.
humping? Yeah. Yesterday, Freddy was
Humping?
trying to hump the ever loving shit out of Darren for a couple hours, I feel like.
That's what you feel like. I don't think it was that long. Dan was very, very upset about it. I'm very upset.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, 'cause
Very, very
it was like a
upset.
guy hitting on my wife in front of me.
he got like defensive.
Because a couple times, so like we were laying down on the couch, and Freddie would come up and get on her calves and start humping it, but he looked right in my eyes. I'm like, you little I'm not joking. I told you this. He was looking at me like, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
Oh, God.
So you know what I did? I sucked him off to show him who was boss.
Oh, ew. Oh, that makes my heart. It makes my chest hurt.
Because it's hairy to the tip.
So disgusting.
Gross.
Give me that red rocket, you little bastard.
Ew. Look at his face. Look at his face.
You like when I sucked you off last night, Freddy?
Ew.
You motherfucker.
When I licked your beautiful little pink cock?
So. Oh. Ew, my niece.
Freddie.
listens
Oh, he's showing it to me right now. Look at him.
My niece listens to this. This is
Push that little rocket out. Let me see that
Stop.
lipstick.
Anyhow. Oh my God. Come on.
He's like your grandfather. He's a fuck machine.
What's going on with your heart? What's happening?
Oh, when I
What are you
laugh, sometimes
doing?
my ribs hurt.
Oh, Jesus fucking
It's like the
Christ.
muscle under my heart area.
Your heart's on the other side, but...
My heart's huge. It's on everywhere. It goes all the way down to my knee.
Remember that idiot who's like, your heart's not even on the left side, it's in the middle.
Who said that?
Or that idiot guy that said the other idiot stuff to me that one day.
Is it?
No.
I guess no. It's right here.
It's towards the left. He said, it's in the middle.
What guy?
I'll tell you.
Okay. What? Oh, at the party?
Idiot.
Oh, yeah. You know, if you're wondering what just happened, Darren moved her mouth away from the mic to mouth the words. You know, if you're gonna mouth it, you don't have to move away from the mic. You can just not say it. Watch this. Ready? You don't need to move your head. That's like getting in front of a blind person to make sure they see you wave. You don't need to do it.
Dude. It's because I don't think I can say it without making sound.
Try to mouth something in the mic right now without saying it. Say I want you to say I'm mouthing it. Come on, you can do it. The whole point is that you're not saying it.
That's what I don't think I'm capable of. Let's try it.
You just don't say I'm mouthing it.
But don't say anything.
You started whispering.
She's already started. I don't know why I can't do it.
Freddy, can you do it instead?
Try it.
It's so fucking dumb.
I can't. Are you one of those whisperers like at the...
You're still making noise. Just don't make noise.
I don't know how.
How do you do it? Say, I'm mouthing it. Yeah.
I don't know how.
Watch here, I'll do it. Now you go. Oh my God, what a weird thing to not be able to do. She can't not talk.
I didn't know that about myself. Oh my God.
Freddy's like, put me down, idiot. Oh, he's so sweet. Oh shit.
Can you say it?
Man, I will say, I think my eyes are itching because of him. He does make me a little
crying.
itchy.
I'm mouthing it. I can't do it.
It's so funny. What else is going on, Heidi? Do you think, I think when I was listening to the show last week, and when you're talking about work, I had a thought of like, oh. If her boss hears this, she is 100% going to be fired.
Cool. Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Can I say, at one point you said something that was like a very fireable offense.
Yeah, what'd I say?
You said, like, you're criticizing them for being open on Christmas Eve, and you're like, how greedy do you have to be to be open to make money on? And like, if your boss heard that, he'd be like, well.
But the thing is though, that my boss doesn't own the place. So it's actually the owner. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever. I hear now.
I say whatever too.
No
one's gonna hear it.
Now I hear everybody's open on Christmas Eve. But what happens? I met this woman who she manages a place out here, and she's like, I asked who is available on Christmas Eve.
That
Just
is
because
that is
it
the more
is-
normal move.
Plus, it's a religious holiday as well. A lot of people go to church and do all that stuff. So whatever. I just was, maybe
Oh,
I
I'm with
shouldn't have
you.
said that.
I understand.
Did you take it out?
No,
What if? Oh no.
I took out a lot of stuff. I definitely took some stuff out, but I left that part in.
Oh well.
Pescadios. It's fine. If you get fired, you'll be happier anyway, I think.
No, I love my job.
No, I know you
actually
do.
love my job.
Especially with those Bezos tips. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my god. But yeah. Ooh.
We're waiting
A
on
lot of
you.
people don't know how to drive in this weather. That's for sure. I love this weather so much.
We
It's raining.
we were supposed to have a full rainy week in Los Angeles, and it's turned into, I think, 4 days of the rain got cut off today. So now it's like today and maybe one other day.
That's bullshit.
No.
We're supposed to have a full rainy week, which is the best.
Oh, I love a rainy week.
It's
I love
now
a
it's
rainy
now
night.
it's gone. When are you leaving us again? You're gone for 10 days?
Sunday through the 12th.
Oh, wow.
What's the date? Oh, yeah, I
First
got
and
you.
12th,
you.
yeah. New Year's Day. I'm flying on New Year's Day. I've never
Now let's
flown
go
on a
back to, do
on
you
a
think
holiday.
you're going to be delayed?
No, I don't think so. Nope.
LAX?
Let me look at the weather.
LAX?
In Chicago. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do you have a flight booked yet?
Of course.
Oh,
Let's see. Sunday. Yeah, it's 61 degrees here. And then Chicago is on Sunday.
By the way, it was fucking 80 degrees on Christmas here.
sure was.
On Sunday, it is. Ooh. On Sunday in Chicago, it's 42 degrees, but it's going to be rainy on Saturday and storming on Monday. So hopefully I get home.
All the rain's gone. Now we have a rain on Saturday. That's it.
Really?
Bullshit. By the way, it's raining heavy right now, but there's an air quality alert in LA.
That's cool.
Doesn't the water put all the bad stuff
That
down?
doesn't make sense.
Not at all.
I don't understand.
Maybe it's acid rain.
I also feel like my app said there's a severe weather warning. Like it's fucking drizzling.
Well, it might be raining more
Yeah.
now.
And
By
this
the
was,
way,
like, hours ago.
when it's drizzling and it says currently the percentage of rain is 40%,
Yeah.
no, it's 100%.
Right,
It's raining
fucking
now.
Raining, yeah.
It's not like,
Yeah.
it's not 40% rain. It's if it's coming down, it's raining.
Right. I know
That's what I
we
wanna
we don't have time to talk about it, but how do you feel about Elon Musk? Do you like him?
Oh man, I did.
You don't like him anymore?
No, I don't.
I like him more.
Of course you would. You're becoming this like ultra hateful. I'm kidding.
No, I
No,
just love that he's showing that a lot of the stuff is fucking true.
What's true?
Just the Hunter Biden shit.
Who
the
gives a
whole
fuck about Hunter
conspiracy-
Biden? Why would anyone care about Hunter
Because
Biden?
it has to do a lot with China. It has a lot to do with Ukraine. It has a lot to do with his dad. I don't know. He's just showing
I
like
thought you were a Joe Biden super fan.
not anymore. I'm not,
Oh no.
unfortunately.
Why? He's
I
fucking
love
getting a
him.
lot of great shit done. Great things done.
You mean the people that are surrounding him? Or I voted for him. I love him. I always have loved Joe Biden.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I just feel like a lot of shit is happening. The borders. I have a friend that lives in
You're one of those?
Paso. It's horrible. If you live there, it's horrible. Look at what they're doing to the people. Like, it's awful for the migrants as well. It's awful what they're doing. You know, I mean, they're escaping from another awful place. But I'm just saying that Elon Musk has really come forward and shown like all the shit on Twitter that everybody was like, it's not true. And the fact that the FBI paid $3.5 million or $32 million to Twitter to sort of like circumvent and to sort of like make it so we only see certain things. That's a true thing. And I thought it was a conspiracy. It's true. He showed us the Twitter files. If you read them, they're really interesting. I mean, it's something to research and do like critical things.
Sure, but like Twitter has every right to do that as well. It's not illegal. I mean, they can do whatever they want.
But yet, if it's somebody else, they'll take your Twitter away. They'll pause it. I mean, granted, Kanye West is a maniac, and Trump was doing some shit.
I think,
but like,
yeah, I think it.
But
I think
should go both ways then.
I hope we can agree that the more conservative, far right people that were tweeting that were pulled off were pushing violence and hate a lot more than people on the left as a whole.
I think
And
the
that's
left
why.
Antifa people were doing kind of the same shit, but in a different way.
Maybe, but on a
Antifa's
much
awful.
smaller level. Like the hate and violence that was coming from
Oh,
people on the
sorry.
right, I feel like is way more than people on the left. And I'm not saying, of course the left does it too.
Yeah.
And the
But
left can be as much assholes as anybody else. But
I just think, that it's-
one side preaches hate a lot more than the other one does.
Right. But yeah. Well, I think it's kind of even at the moment. If you look at, you should read that Twitter stuff. It's interesting, even though like,
I'll look at it.
yeah, it's the Twitter files that they're called. It's
I've seen some of it, and it seems
really
like absolute
interesting.
horseshit. A lot of it seems like absolute horseshit to me. But I'll look at more of it. Send me
It's
stuff in
interesting.
particular.
Yeah.
In particular, sure.
It's something
but,
to keep your mind open to, just because it's like.
But Elon is
Wow.
also I feel like he was like a superhero to climate activists, and he was doing these real advanced type things with Tesla and doing things that were seemingly good for the world. And a lot of people don't realize also he didn't start Tesla. He was funded it and then kind of stole it from the two guys that started it. He like bought them out, and they didn't want to leave the company.
Yeah, and one of the guys is starting. I bought some of the shares.
Oh,
in,
cool. Yeah, like a new electric car company.
Lucid.
What is it?
It's a car. It's
cool.
Fucking beautiful.
So I
Better than
think-
a Tesla.
I feel like Elon has like he's made the turn into like in a movie. This is how like supervillains start. Like they start with like their really good intentions and doing good things to help the world, and then they kind of turn and become this bad guy who is like, and now he's retweeting kind of like hate speech stuff and opening Twitter up to like actual white supremacists again, and like letting anybody talk. I think that's bad. I think that's bad. I think if you're being hateful, no matter who you are on whatever side, but now he's also silencing anyone who criticizes him as far as reporters, like anyone who
That's stuff I don't agree with.
it's weird.
Look at Chrissy Teigen. Sorry, can't stand her. The fact that she fucking bullied that fucking girl so hard and told her to go kill herself less than 7 years ago, but wasn't taken off Twitter because it's Chrissy Teigen, and then she's
lame.
She's I can't stand her, and I could go on and on about her, but it's awful what she did. And then she said, I'm going to pay for everybody who loots on Fairfax and Melrose. I mean, those are two of my friends' places who worked fucking hard, and they were set on fire and stolen, like just shit like that. And she's like, oh, I'll pay for everybody's bail. Well, you're encouraging looting, and that's not the whole, that's not what any of that was about.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but it's just showing on Twitter. It was interesting because a lot of the shit you think is, I mean, the fact that the FBI paid Twitter all that money to sort of only show certain things and only put up and stop certain people from speaking is.
So says Elon, but I do question his intentions right now. I know he's showing like apparently like real paperwork, but
Yeah.
I don't currently trust Elon very much. And it bums me out because I really liked him for a long time, and I don't trust him anymore. I'm not sure what happened with this weird turn, but I don't agree with it. I just
hope
like
he's
it.
not with those like Carl Schwab people, but he's rich. He's one of the rich. Is he the richest guy in the world?
He was, and I think he got bumped by somebody recently.
Yeah, I mean, I don't trust any of those guys.
No, I don't care what kind of billionaire you are. If you're a billionaire, we don't relate to each other.
Right.
And if you're a billionaire, you don't understand what the pulse of society is, and you're never going to be a man of the people if you're a billionaire. It's impossible, right? I think. I don't. And how quickly you've seen people that get success, right? You've seen people that come from nothing and become successful.
Yeah.
Those people forget so quickly what it was like to struggle, and as soon as you have any kind of wealth or power or success, you very quickly think that you deserve it. And I think most people forget where they came from or forget what it was like to struggle. And then the air of like, I'm wealthy takes over, and it's hard to go back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad. Like, just because someone has money too, like the Rick Caruso thing, I feel bad for him because he had such a great plan.
Yeah, but he's a liar.
Sucks.
He's the liar.
So is Karen Bass, though. The fact that she has those same fucking people from Garcetti, but everything was going to change and be new is fucking bullshit. You can't put a woman and a kid into a shelter or a apartment and next door have a man in the throat, or a man or woman the throes of meth addiction. You can't do that. And that's what's going to happen. It's so fucking maddening. Like, don't you see you need a mental health care facility? You need to put people in there and lock the key and take away their fucking rights. But I know we can't.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
But if they're a danger to themselves and other people, you put them in there. They need a rehab before you can put them and rehabilitate them and put them in. But now everyone's going to go in everywhere, everybody's going to be next door to each other in these little places, and it's going to be chaos, unfortunately.
Maybe.
It sucks.
Maybe.
And
maybe,
a lot of them
not.
don't want to go. They want to be on the street. That's what they're doing in interviews now. And a lot of them.
Well, we've all known that for years. Like, you can't make anyone go anywhere they don't want to go.
No. Because
So,
there's no rules. They get to
I know one of your big things is clean up the streets. And like, after going through what you went through, I totally understand that. But you can't force anyone to do anything. And that's one of the catches of living in a free country.
Guess how much this is? I don't know if I told you this. I met one of the DA guys. I told you this, right?
I don't know.
Every homeless person
did.
in Los Angeles makes $1,500 a month. They have a little card. That's why you see them with
No,
phones.
they don't. Every homeless person gets $1,500?
Every homeless person can, and a lot of them do, get $1,500.
They can, but you can't say they all get it because they don't all.
But it's all they all get. A lot of them have this little card, and that's how they get stuff and whatever. They can take cash out. $1,500 a fucking month.
What's wrong with that?
They're not going to want to go. They're the addicts and the mental health. They're not want to go to. They are not going to want to get help because they've got this money. They're on the street,
But they're still on the street. It feeds you, and it might occasionally get you a shower, or it gets you tons of drugs, whatever you want to buy with it. But like, still, the incentive to have a house is still there. Like $1,500 to me on the street still fucking sucks.
Are you talking about EBT cards?
No, it's a whole.
Like
I talked to this.
System? Oh, okay.
I talked to this. He's one of the. He's a district attorney in town. Right. And yeah, he was telling me all about this, and it was. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, what? That's about might be more than what my parents make. Like, so they could come out here and be on the fucking street and make more money and have more advantage than a fucking hard-working blue-collar people.
But a hardworking person doesn't necessarily need that help because a lot of people on the street can't do anything for themselves.
Right, but the people on the street shouldn't be on the street if they have an addiction or mental health care problem. That's what I'm saying. So you should get help and be in a facility. You should not be getting $1,500 a month for just like being a Mad Max person out there on the street. You need help, and it's causing.
But those people,
problems.
it's a cycle. They have to want the help, but they're mentally ill, so they don't know they even need help. But you also can't go scoop them up, so there's nothing we can do.
But
and we have to go. We have to go.
Okay,
we gotta wrap up
because
because we have a guest waiting outside.
Well.
And he's homeless, and we're going to give him all the money in our pockets.
Which is a new rehabilitation center. Right.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Yeah. And this might be your last show before you head out.
Before I have my heart attack.
Hopefully you make it for the next show. Thank you, Heidi, so much. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
This by the time people see this, I think it's already the new year.
Yeah.
So welcome to 2023, everybody. This is going to be a good one.
Woo-hoo.
This is going to be a good one. Love to you. Love to Darren. Love to Freddie Mercury. This is the last time you'll see Freddie Mercury, I think. And we'll be back next week.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.